you're essentially stepping back 10 years. This is not the Loki that has been redeemed. This is the Loki that's a beaten villain, if you like. So it's a kind of very, very different Loki. Was that what made it kind of exhilarating for you, that it was a different Loki and it was kind of fresh and exciting and it was going to take you in a direction that you hadn't been before with the character?
Yeah, it was interesting to revisit Loki from that time. So our story begins with the 2012 Loki, who's the same as Endgame Loki, even though people saw that in 2019, but you get the idea. And to go back to that fork in the road and imagine where else that particular iteration of Loki might travel. And I hope that in the first couple of episodes, you can see that he's already, that character is already on a different trajectory now to, I mean, who knows? Well, I know where he's going because I filmed it, but, so it was really curious to just, to unstitch the arc that people are familiar with, the arc of redemption and catharsis. The ill-favored son finally integrating himself into the House of Asgard, and go back in time to the slightly more fragmented and broken character who finished the first Avengers film. But we do, as you'll see, he goes on a different journey, and one I think I found very thrilling because he's got different knowledge to the other Loki. We know what happens to him, goes through Ragnarok, ends up in Infinity War and doesn't end well. And this guy is on a different track.
Is it still surprising to you that 10 years later, or more than 10 years when you did the first Thor, that you're still playing this character, that this character has such a fan base and to be a villain for one film and then they're killed off and then they're gone, but Loki seems to stick around? Are you still surprised that he's still hanging on in there?
Yes, absolutely. It's, every time I think about it, when I turned up on set for this, I thought, and I put the costume on, and it was the same costume that I wore when I made the first Avengers film in 2011. And it still fit, which I was thrilled about. Because it could have gone the other way. But it is an interesting experience. It's kind of like I just never expected it. It's a source of constant surprise and delight, but I'm happy to be here, grateful to be here. I wouldn't be here without the audience. So,
and just finally, very quickly before I go, you and Owen Wilson together, I mean, it's fantastic. That must have been so fun, even for that short amount of time, to do what you guys do together, because you seem to be having an absolute blast.
Yeah, Owen is great, and his instincts are so good about all aspects of the writing and the playing of it. And I loved the character of Mobius because Loki's so clever and so quick and so good at manipulating situations to his advantage. And it doesn't work on Mobius, Owen as Mobius. Mobius is kind of above it and detached from it. And so there's a kind of a new dynamic between the two, which I'd never really played as the character, which I really enjoyed. And Owen himself was just a complete delight. And he brought so much of his own ideas and his own particular brand of humor and curiosity. It was really great fun. We had a laugh.
Yeah, great stuff. Thank you so much for your time, sir. Good luck with the show. Thanks so much for your time.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey